I know I'm going to get in trouble for this, but it's absolutely true. 99% of men have never fucked a 4.
Yeah, like by choice.
Yeah, no, just they can't. They can't. They can't fuck. Like they literally. I'm explaining to you like this: the median man is a 5. The median woman is a 5. On that scale, is the median woman who's a 5? Is she interested in the median man who's a 5? No, because of hypergamy. No. So what she has to settle for?
Well, because of hypergamy, her perception of a 5 is way lower than
correct.
A 5.
It absolutely is. But in reality, she
Wholeflation.
thinks she's looking at the 5 and she thinks he's a 1.
Wholeflation.
She thinks he's a 1. So what happens is the guys who are a 4, they're not getting anything. So it's like a 6 or above is even having a chance with the 5, but the 5 wants an 8 or a 9. This is why I'm telling you guys, 99% of men have never even been with a girl who's a 4. I have 4,300 clients, and I've seen their wives, and I've seen their girlfriends, and it's like, Jesus Christ, just morbid.
I love the idea of a guy's wife walking in and you going, Jesus!
What is that?
What were you
I do have to
I'm
say,
thinking 3.
I do have to say, I know plenty of people that it's not conventionally attractive,
Yeah.
and yes, their partner is also not. They're the same level.
Okay.
Sure.
But the thing is they have a really good dynamic.
Again,
and they have
I'm not
a lot
saying.
of love.
Grant, you can be very happy not being with a woman who's exceptionally beautiful. I'm not saying that's the issue. What I'm saying is, what's happened is the expectations of women have become so high
we're
that
talking
99% of men have never even been with a girl who's a 4. And by the way, a lot of
But
girls.
how does a woman feel having to keep up to the standards of a 10?
Girl, it's the same
I'm
thing.
sure it's hard, but you still have.
Here's the answer to that. The 10 doesn't give a
Yeah.
So you sort that out. He'll be up there.
Yeah, and the other issue is like women who are trying to be 10s do not give a about the bottom third of men getting no women at all.
No.
You were gonna cheat on me soon. I know, because I'm an empath.
I was not gonna cheat on you.
I had to cheat on you because you were literally gonna cheat on me.
Sorry. Go, get out.
Close the door.
Go,
Close the door.
get out.
Shut
I
it.
wasn't gonna cheat on you.
And now you don't believe me, so I don't trust you. And now I'm hurt and confused. So just leave.
What are you talking about?
Manipulative.
Oh my God.
So toxic.
It's right before the period.
Gaslighting. Textbook gaslighting.
Do you think that's a legitimate argument? She's an empath.
She's an
though.
empath.
So she knew he was going to cheat, so he cheated on her.
I
She cheated
know
on him.
it isn't, but I do have to say I have woken up in the funny guy's bed, and I knew exactly that we were going to break up that week because of a feeling in the room.
So you cheated on him.
No.
Okay.
No, but I had
So
a
you're not
feeling
even really
the
trying.
like if they put the vibe out there, I can feel it. Now I'm
like Minority Report. Yeah, we knew you were going to commit the crime, so we arrested you preemptively so you wouldn't commit the crime.
I don't agree that she
Is that
did
admissible
that.
in court?
I don't
Vibes?
agree that she did that, but I just have
Vibes
to say
and
the
aura.
vibes in that air, I could tell that it was like it was over.
So you're justified in f***ing other people because of the vibes.
I never said fucking.
Okay.
I'm just stating.
Breaking up.
It was like a platonic.
So none of you ladies, hold on. None of you ladies agree with her? None of you think, hey, listen, I'm an empath. I can tell you were going to cheat, so I cheat. None of you do.
You pulled that from TikTok,
but
yeah?
we do know when
Pulled
they
that from
do
TikTok?
cheat.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe the
But we
legitimacy
can
of
tell
that
when
at
you
all.
do cheat because of the
Was it the
environment.
moon? Was it the moon or the
It's not that.
retrograde?
It has everything to do with vibes and the feeling between their energy to you.
Right, but that's not the point. The point is not empathy or vibes or whatever you want to call it. The point is once you feel the eject button, it's time to go fuck one of his friends. Is that correct? Is that what we're establishing? Okay, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure.
You're not gonna know when a woman cheats. There was a guy.
Don't put words in my mouth.
There we go. All right.
Bro, what was
The
the
way
running count
men
for women
are
teachers sleeping with boys?
Oh, okay. I keep track of all of the. I've been doing this for probably about almost 3 years now. I keep track of all the incidences of teacher, student,
Female teachers,
teachers under the age of consent, students
I'm not
of
saying
the
they don't
sexual
have trauma.
assault and which would account as statutory rape. Or in 2024 there were 79. In 2025 there were 91 individuals incidents,
and that's
that
only
you know about.
I'm not saying that,
Those
but the
ones.
way that women look at trauma is different than a man looks at trauma.
Yeah, it's weaponized.
No, it's just mentally that they literally comprehend differently.
I just choose.
I need you to pay attention. Hold on, guys. Ready? We listen and we don't judge. We listen. This is one of the things we do in the show is we listen and we don't judge. So let's pay attention.
Oh, I'm gonna judge.
What was the one? Okay.
Listen and we don't judge.
I got kids by my uncle. All 3 are his, and my baby daddy think the kids is his. And I tell everybody I don't like men, so I tell them my kids are my nieces and nephews.
What the fuck,
What the fuck, bitch?
She got kissed by her uncle.
Here, play it again. Play it again from the beginning. Hold on, so they can hear it.
So, don't judge. Here we go.
We listen and we don't judge.
I got kids by my uncle. All 3 are his, and my baby daddy think the kids is his.
You heard
And I
that?
tell everybody I don't like men.
Yes.
So I tell them my kids are my nieces and nephews.
That's English?
Yeah, she got a little.
That's awesome. What do you guys think about that?
Fucking.
There's
gross.
nothing in the
Hey,
world
that
that would cause me.
Are they from? Are
no,
they
no,
from
no.
Alabama? Listen, it don't matter where they from. That shit happen everywhere. It happen everywhere.
It does,
It
unfortunately.
happens everywhere.
I mean, just because it happens everywhere, it doesn't mean that it's right.
To the
they
same
just saying
degree.
it. Yeah, that's it's not right. It's incest. Like, this,
But here's the thing that
I can't hear myself
here's
over
another
here.
thing why I love the internet. Okay, I love TikTok because it's free, and I want to know like how your mama loses custody of you, and you and your mom have the same baby daddy,
Yeah.
and then like like,
That's great. Isn't that fun?
the same.
And like, by the way, like having
Shit.
sex with your aunt or uncle, it's only bad if you're not Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen.
and like
In that case, it's
like
okay.
House of the car race, awesome. But like, why did you like 3 times?
Had
In
a
my
kid with him 3 times because she's attracted to him.
That's who she was.
That's why.
That's who she was.
listen,
It's fucking
baseball,
That was her-
strike, I
that's what
get
she was
it, but
fucking
like,
with.
Oh, did you know that incestuous relationships are ridiculously high within Black communities in America?
I did not know that.
It's quite high, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Well, I
really
mean,
high
I'm
in
they're pretty
Europe.
they're
I
pretty
feel
high
like
with
it's
Middle
high.
Eastern
It's high where
communities
it's
as
high
well.
where-
Well, it's funny you
Yeah,
mention
it's
that
high where
because that's
everybody.
They don't frown on marrying your cousin.
no.
Is it
Well, do you know
illegal,
what the Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, our president,
who's
England,
our president?
No, he's
England.
British.
He's like British.
English?
Ain't he like a king or something?
No, they have a prime minister and they have
I
a
didn't.
king.
Thought, I didn't thought. I didn't.
No,
think
they're-
that.
no.
different.
No, the king is like a.
Not for
you-
some time now.
The king is a figurehead.
Have you guys ever
Ah.
seen the discussions of Britain and their Congress?
Hold on a second. Time out. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, sorry. This is exactly why Keir Starmer, our president, what we call a prime minister, voted to not abolish cousin marriage, because we have an
Right.
exceedingly high population of Muslims, and Muslims tend to vote for him.
So it's not illegal in UK, is that correct?
Well, no, it's not illegal in the United States.
So-
You can actually marry your
so
cousin. You
that-
just can't marry. You can't marry your aunt or uncle or nephew or niece or brother.
Which
That's it.
what they
Or
would have done.
parent. Yeah,
That's
they can't do
in
that.
the
A parent
UK.
or child, you can't do that because you're 1 degree of you're 50% shared alleles. But people marry their
Right.
cousins in this country.
So as a non-judgmental, I do stuff for my sex therapy and stuff, and I say with kinks and so forth, I don't judge or shame any kinks at all unless it's illegal. It may not be for me, but unless it's illegal, it's wrong. If it's not for me, that's fine. You don't judge anyone. I'm really strong on that stance.
Yeah.
Mine's
Yeah.
Oh,
more
do you
moral.
Girls,
do you have any
let-
background in psychological studies or anything?
Yeah, I do. I'm a sex therapist.
Let me
Okay,
tell
and
you
Do
something.
you find a very close correlation between those that have extreme kinks and childhood trauma?
Yes, 100%. It's
Yeah.
Most generally speaking,
100.
especially females. Females are very sex driven if they've been obviously abused or so forth. They get in the sex industry very early for that reason, and it's something that comes inherently done. And same with men as
I
well.
agree.
That's
And
that's.
it's very very
That's what
very.
that
Go
is.
ahead,
common.
Astrid.
Go
I did not
not
expect
cool.
for us to
We
discuss
Not
the
cool.
morality
Incest and
of incest.
bestiality.
The whole point of this was that
Not
people will
cool.
say crazy shit on the internet to go viral. That was the point. Anyway, let's go to this next video.